In 1999, Eminem's mom, Debbie Mathers, sued him for a whopping $10 million after he aired out their dirty laundry in his lyrics. But what led to such a toxic fallout? And how did their relationship spiral so far out of control that she felt the need to drag him to court? Let's break down the story behind one of the most notorious feuds in hip-hop history.
My mom, I know you're probably tired of hearing about my mom.
Marshall Mathers was raised in a turbulent household. His father abandoned him when he was just a baby, leaving his mother Debbie to raise him alone. But this wasn't your typical single-parent upbringing. M has described his childhood as chaotic and full of emotional abuse, often moving from place to place across Detroit, struggling to make ends meet. He's spoken openly in interviews and songs about how Debbie would pull him out of school on a whim, exaggerate illnesses for attention, and allegedly use drugs. All of this shaped the young Marshall Mathers into a kid filled with rage, insecurity, and a desire to escape. Now, Debbie's always denied these claims, saying she did her best to provide for her son despite difficult circumstances. But if there's one thing Eminem has never been short on, it's honesty. He wasn't afraid to call out his mom for what he felt was a toxic upbringing, and he did it in a way only Slim Shady could. Eminem's first album, the Slim Shady LP, dropped in 1999, and right from the start, he made it clear that he wasn't going to tiptoe around family issues. In one of his breakout tracks, My Name Is, he spit the now iconic lines,
99% of my life I was lied to. I just found out my mom does more dope than I do.
It didn't take long for these lyrics to become the talk of the town. Everyone ran with the narrative of the angry white rapper dissing his own mother, and suddenly, Debbie Mathers was thrust into an unwanted spotlight. But did Eminem's diss tracks cross the line, or was he just using his music as therapy, venting his frustrations in the only way he knew how? While fans celebrated his raw honesty, Debbie saw it as an attack, and she wasn't about to take it lying down.
My fucking bitch mom suing for 10 million. She must want $1 for every pill I've been stealing.
In 1999, Debbie Mathers filed a $10 million defamation lawsuit against her own son, claiming that his lyrics and interviews had defamed her character and caused emotional distress. Imagine that, your mom suing you for the very songs that made you a star. The lawsuit argued that Eminem was fabricating stories about her being a drug addict and a negligent parent just to sell records. She claimed that she had never done drugs and that she had been a caring mother who had supported him throughout his early career. But the lawsuit didn't exactly go the way Debbie hoped. According to reports, instead of the $10 million she sought, the court awarded her just $25,000, and most of that went to her lawyer. She ended up with a mere $1,600, a small fraction of what she'd expected. This legal battle only added fuel to the fire. Rather than backing down, Eminem went even harder. He made it clear that he felt betrayed by his mother, and even by 2002, Marshall still wasn't done venting his anger. He released The Eminem Show, an album that included one of his most brutally honest songs yet, Cleaning Out My Closet.
I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you.
He went on to accuse her of being money hungry and trying to profit off his success, describing her as a parasite who never truly supported him. This song became an anthem of parental resentment and family dysfunction, but for Debbie, it was salt in the wound. In interviews, she said she felt betrayed and heartbroken. She maintained that Eminem's portrayal of her was nothing more than a fantasy created to boost his bad boy image.
But how dare you try to take what you didn't help me to get, you selfish. I hope you burn in hell for this.
But was Eminem exaggerating, or was he really giving fans an unfiltered look at his painful past? And how did their relationship go from courtroom battles to one of the most heartfelt apologies he's ever made? First, let's see what Debbie herself had to say about the whole situation.
You know, you've got to stop this. I mean, your anger and your hostilities towards me, what have I really actually done to you?
Feeling that she needed to set the record straight, Debbie Mathers released a memoir titled My Son Marshall, My Son Eminem, in which she told her side of the story. In the book, she denied all of Eminem's allegations of drug use and emotional abuse, insisting that she did everything she could to support him despite their financial struggles.
Anything he wanted, I made sure that I'd take my last dime and get it for him. I mean, he was my only child for 14 years.
Debbie wrote that Eminem's lyrics were largely fictional, a way to build his brand as the controversial bad boy of rap. She believed he painted her as a villain because it made for good music and a compelling backstory. Her narrative was that she was a loving mother who tried to give Marshall everything she could, and that the lawsuit was her attempt to protect herself after her son's lyrics and interviews caused serious personal damage. While their relationship may never be fully repaired, her memoir and interviews were her way of fighting back against what she saw as mischaracterizations of her role in Marshall's life.
See, what hurts me the most is you won't admit you was wrong. Do your song, keep telling yourself that you was a mom.
As years went on and Eminem matured, so did his perspective on his past. In 2013, he released the song Headlights on the Marshall Mathers LP2. Unlike his previous tracks aimed at his mother, this one wasn't a diss, it was an apology. He expressed regret for the hurtful things he said, admitting that he went too far.
Did I take it too far? Cleaning out my closet and all them other songs. But regardless, I don't hate you, cause mom, you're still beautiful to me, cause you're my mom.
This song was a clear attempt at reconciliation. Eminem acknowledged that he was angry and lashed out in ways that he shouldn't have. It was a moment of clarity and maturity, a way to finally put this long-standing feud to rest. While their relationship may never fully recover, Headlights was a sign that he was ready to move forward, to let go of some of that anger, and to find peace.
And mom, wish I'd have had the chance to have one last heart-to-heart, honest and open talk with you.
The relationship between Eminem and his mother is one of the most complicated and controversial in hip-hop history. From diss tracks to defamation lawsuits, it's been a wild ride. But in the end, it's a story of pain, feeling of betrayal, and a son just trying to make sense of a broken childhood. And what do you guys think? Were Eminem's lyrics too harsh, or was he just speaking his truth? And did you like Marshall's final apology to Debbie and Headlights? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more deep dives into the world of Slim Shady. Until next time, Stans, peace.